Louisville was my first professional job. Um, the first orchestra I ever had was the Amarillo Symphony in Amarillo, Texas, which coincided with my associate conductorship in Louisville. And after that, I became the conductor of the Tucson Symphony. And that is cogent because uh, John Williams in 1989 and again in 91 or 92 came to Tucson as a guest conductor while I was a music director there. And that was the first time we met. And we we played golf together, and I kind of just assisted him as he rehearsed the orchestra and did his concerts. There were two benefit concerts he did with Louisville. I'm sorry, with Tucson, and it was soon after that in 1992 that I had made my debut with the Boston Pops. John was the conductor of the Boston Pops from 1980 to 1993, and he gave me a shot, invited me to Boston, and it started my guesting there. I've been in as a guest conductor there from 92 to the current day. Once a year, twice a year, once every 3 years. I never know what's going to happen, but it's always an incredible thrill to be there. But that's because of John, and he and I have maintained a relationship. Lucky me, through the years, and um, back in around a little over 10 years ago, the Louisville Orchestra had a really bad work stoppage. We lost an entire season, and we started working again. And it turns out that John had been doing guest conducting around the country with various orchestras, not only with New York or with Boston or with Chicago or Los Angeles, but sometimes with regional orchestras. And it turns out that his way, one of his many ways of giving back is by trying to lend a hand to orchestras that might be having a struggle. He went to Atlanta because of their financial difficulties, and I basically screwed up all my courage, and I never have asked him for anything, and never would. But I decided that if I was ever going to, this would be a time, and would he consider coming to guest conduct in Louisville, because this it would really raise everybody's spirits. We were back working again. I asked him, and without blinking, he said yes. And so his coming to Louisville was and conducting his concert, I think, was one of the most magic moments, uh, certainly for me in Louisville, but maybe anywhere, just because I was able to connect this orchestra that I love so much with one of the greatest musical minds of maybe any time, but certainly it's all arguable, and I'm glad to have the argument, but certainly one of the greatest composers of all time. And he, I always say that you can always have wonderful discussions about who was the greatest film composer in history, but in my opinion, there is no more important film composer in history than John Williams.